Hello again. Thanks for dropping in. I have been spending a little quality time with this Commodore 1802 monitor with a magic eraser. I intentionally did not clean half of the top here. I think you can tell which half. As I mentioned before, certainly there is yellowing. No doubt, that's the way it goes. That's the way it is. But certainly, you can tell there was an awful lot of the filth of time. And I tried to do a nice straight line, didn't work out so well. So this is just, 30 some years of dust and dirt and whatever, what have you. I can say definitely down here, this part is looking more normal than up here, so I guess the back seems to have yellowed more than the front. And the magic eraser does help tremendously in making this monitor look much more presentable, despite it being, yellowed. So when I return to tidying and cleaning, I will have a go at this side, and it will come out much, much better. It will. So once again, with the magic eraser, you take a bowl of water, put the magic eraser in, no soap, no anything, and it's funny when you feel a magic eraser, it's not gritty, it won't hurt things, like it won't scrape or scratch or anything, it's very smooth, but it takes off stuff that, as I've told you before, I've had marker things that have been on things, and I took cleaners and I've let them sit there and it's hard on things where it's not flat, but you try and get it as flat as you can, and then you lay it on with some sort of solvent or window washer or whatever, and let it sit there and hope that it will, eat away at the stuff, whereas a magic eraser oftentimes, you give it a few swipes, sometimes many swipes, but definitely it does seem to have a way with most dirt. And yes, it works like magic. So, I have not yet plugged this monitor in yet, mostly because I don't have a plug right handy and available right here, but I will, because I had something plugged in. I don't know if any of you know what Sensi is, and I certainly wish I didn't, but Sensi is this company that makes these warmers that you put wax in, and then things smell nice. Anyway, in here there are two plugs. One of them has the washing machine plugged in, the other has this thing, which I did turn on last night. And when the wax gets hot, and it doesn't get really hot, it just gets, oh, hello Penny, it gets, warm and liquidy. If you try and unplug it, because basically it's a little thing that plugs into the socket with kind of a lower area where there's a heat source, which is generally known as a light bulb, and then above it is kind of a bowl where things heat up. But when it's liquid, and if you try and unplug it, undoubtedly you're going to spill it. So before I attempted to plug this in, I turned this off so that the liquid could turn to a solid. Hello, Penny. Penny? No, Penny. And then I can move it somewhere else and just use this plug to test things as I test things here. And indeed, I will test this monitor. When I look to the back, of course, it has a variety of inputs. I would expect it will have the divided chroma and luma and the sound, of course. And then it will have a place just to plug in, like if you're using a VIC-20. It doesn't really have a place to do, like 80 columns on the 128. But certainly 40 columns would be just dandy. So, the cleaning continues. Oh, I guess Penny has left us. No visitation today. So I will continue as I look over at this Sensi warmer that has a gingerbread man on it. It does seem that as I reach out, the stuff is turning. It's still soft, but not liquid. I could unplug it probably now, but I don't know if there isn't a layer of liquid underneath, and I really don't want to spill this stuff all over. It's red. It would likely stain, and it would just be difficult to tidy up. So, although I'm sure a magic eraser would help. So I'm not going to do anything else with this as of yet, except continue to clean and cleanse and make it pretty. Because, of course, someday sooner than later, this will probably reside in the retro computer room of somebody else who is quite thankful to have an original Commodore CRT monitor up, working for their gaming pleasure. Indeed-y-dee-dee-doo. So, thanks again for coming. Stay tuned as I continue to explore this monitor relic of the past. Good night, Penny. Oh, no response. Oh well. Bye for now.